I'm now handing the microphone over to Vukosi, who's going to tell us about the poster process.
Okay. All right. So I wanted a little bit to talk about the process this year of the posters, and just to give some numbers. So, yeah, on the website we normally have more posters than it actually presented. But this year, I think we had less attrition than last year, which is great. So we're hoping to get to like 100% and actually 110% in the next 2 years, where there's more posters than actually are. So we had about 100 judges. Thank you to everybody who actually participated. It was great seeing all the interactions yesterday, and I hope for everybody also, it was actually a good way to learn about other people's work. I thought of, I wasn't going to come up here and talk about this, but I thought it'd be actually very much to highlight something that happened yesterday that kind of really characterizes this community. We don't see, I guess I don't see the deep learning in Indaba as being something about us, the organizers, or people who work around this, but really it is about the community. And this really crystallizes for us. So on Wednesday, we had a challenge with the poster boards getting here after lunch. They were supposed to be here before lunch. People found out that there was a problem. People gathered, self-organized, and really got all the posters here. People jumped on the back of a truck to make sure they were delivered. And I just wanted to recognize all the guys who helped out with this. At the same time, yes, people got here. The poster boards were everywhere. We didn't have any numbering scheme for the first one. It just became something else. And then again, just because of that, a couple of volunteers came up and they verified what posters were actually up. I think it was Peño and Gwena. Please, thank you, wherever you are here. Putting that together, and it was easy then to cross-reference this. And even further, in between this first session and the second one, there were a couple of people who got together and put a new numbering scheme everywhere, and you should have seen for the second session. So thanks to Vongani and the whole team that worked on that, and it's really great. Thanks on that part. And that's been the thing over the years, that every time a challenge pops up, we always can actually rely on everybody else, being us, to actually go solve the problem and then just get on with it, right? That's the thing. We're here to share. Let's, it's not about sitting on the sidelines. To that end, again, very interesting thing over the last 24 hours. For the posters, I said there was 114. We put up on Slack, on Twitter, hey, map your poster to the SDGs. So far, we already have 42 responses, which is incredible that people can react so fast. If you haven't mapped it yet, check the Slack or check Twitter. We'll see if we'll share it another way, and you can just scan that as well, or go to that URL. It's because that then can be another artifact that we take forward, that just showing kind of where the work that you've presented actually falls in. Another fun poll that happened this week. It became kind of very apparent earlier, for one reason or another, it might have been just a long night, that we started asking each other, what's your Uber rider score? And then it became hey, we could also create a poll at the Indaba for this, just to understand what actually Uber is doing in this space. I do not know who has a 2, but I don't I guess you ask your friends to take the Uber in that part, and that's just most people, I think it's between 4.33 and 4.66. I just didn't update this because people are still actually contributing to it, and you can actually go get the data now on GitHub if you want. Now, please document the Indaba. People have been taking pictures, people have been tweeting. There is still going to be an after the Indaba. We really want to hear if you create a blog post or anything like that, let us know. Email us at info@deeplearningindaba. .com, if you have things to share, if you have suggestions. That's been like one of the interesting things this week also. People coming up to us and saying, hey, I would like to do this today. Or I would like to start this today, and then and we're just saying, yeah, just go ahead. We're not going to block that. So it's really like, becomes really the self-generated conference on the other side. Post on social media, share your pictures, share your thoughts. You'll see later a bit about the post-Indaba survey. Tell people about the Indaba. Tell people about what happened here. Right, just like you told them what happened in Stellenbosch and in Johannesburg before. Right, this was a special gathering, and we want to get people to understand what actually the Indaba is about, because some people have assumptions about what actually the Indaba is, and most of the time when people actually come here for the first time, it's way more than what they thought actually this was. And join the mailing list. We have the Machine Learning and Data Science Africa mailing list, and you can go to that website also to see. It's a conferences on the African continent, but at the bottom you have a link that takes you then to the mailing list. Yeah, I think that basically will be it from me. And thank you. I look forward to seeing you this evening.
So really quickly, I'm going to take us back a bit because we need to cover some of these announcements just one more time. Okay, so payments. If you haven't paid for accommodation yet, please meet me at the back of this hall when we end this. The closing event tonight, like we said, the buses are going to be leaving from EBR, so the parking lots between the education building and the computer labs. And finally, collect your coupons as you're entering the bus. The lost and found box is over, it's at the back. Vukosi is taking it at the back now, so if you've lost anything or if you've collected anything that is not yours, please put it in the bag. Breakfast tomorrow is going to be served at KUCC for those who are staying at Nyayo hostels. And again, checking out is going to be at Nyayo hostels. At KUCC. Checking out for all Nyayo hostels people is going to be at KUCC. We've received lots of questions about whether what happens if people are checking out at odd hours in the morning. Still, the process is the same. You pick up your stuff from Nyayo hostels, go to KUCC, go to room number 2. Elizabeth, who is organizing accommodation, is going to be available for most of the night and the early morning, so you can check out whenever you need to and then return your keys to her and collect your deposit. And then finally, if you're looking for someone to go to the airport with, you should find the airport's channel on Slack and possibly coordinate for, split fare purposes. Then we're going to go into the awards ceremony.
This is one of my favorite parts of the Indaba. We want to recognize research excellence. And so we have a number of poster prizes. And if you see your name, please come to the front. We'll hand over the prize to you and then go to that side to take a picture. So the flow will be across the stage. So first of all, we have a number of book prizes from Cambridge University Press. Will these people, if we go to the next slide, Anna, Devin, and Liron, please come to the stage. Thank you so much for contributing. So Cambridge University Press has not been stingy by sending 3 books. I think there are a few more stuck at customs somewhere. And then next up, MIT Press has been extremely generous in sponsoring 20 book prizes for us. Shahil, Ala, and Devin, please come to the stage.
Batch of MIT book prizes. Mosima, Simone, Nema, Samantha, Gerard. Please come up to the stage.
Okay, now I'd like... Like Jean-Michel, Michelle, Joshua, Deborah, and Jeanne, please come on stage to receive How Smart Machines Think.
Next batch of prizes. Tumisho, Mohammed, Sabrina, Zimkita, Tejumade. You guys are receiving a copy of Deep Learning.
We've got some signed books by Rua Benjamin. Are we going too fast? Let's pause for a second. Okay, here we go. We've got some signed books by Rua Benjamin, Vungane, Alessa, Miriam, and Proskovia. Please come to the stage. Thank you so much for all your hard work. So we've had a fantastic snapshot Serengeti hackathon. I want to give a call out to 3 teams, Sauti AI, Storm Breeze, and Stellafants. Each of them solved a very complicated challenge. Where you are, please just stand and then we'll give you a big round of applause. Then Oliver, guys, the next up is the IBM Zindi Malaria Hackathon.
Brilliant, thank you. Yeah, please come up to the stage. Third place, Edwin. Second, Lawrence. And Aladdin first.
Some of you may or may not know, but there's been an event that's run in parallel with Indaba this year. That was Teens in AI. The Teens in AI winners and who's handing over the prize, please come to the stage. Okay, so at this point, every one of you must be asking, what is Teens in AI? A 1-minute sale crowd.
Hi guys, sorry I'm breathing. It's breathing too. Yeah, it's been an intense 3 days. Basically, Teens in AI is to expose teenagers to artificial intelligence and machine learning, and we incorporate that to design thinking in problem solving with the SDGs. And this team, they were tackling SDG number 4, which is quality education, and they won first place. Yeah. Teens in AI was started by Elena. Elena is based in London, and this is the first ever Teens in AI hackathon in Africa, in Kenya. Thank you.
So basically, the past 3 days from Wednesday to Friday, we have been handling the 3 SDGs. We have been doing design thinking. and we learned how to develop models in using Microsoft Azure, machine learning. So we taught them how to do machine learning. We also believe that, like Andrew and G, that AI is the new electricity. So we have to teach even our teens how to do AI. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Okay. Do you want to do the next one?
Yeah. So moving into the poster prizes, we have very special awards for the runner-up and then the winning poster. The runner-up poster gets to attend World Summit AI, which is happening in October in the Netherlands, and they get to give a tech talk based on their poster, or the work that they presented rather. And the runner-up poster goes to drum roll, maybe.
There should be a drum roll here.
Ayodele Olabi.
So he's off to Amsterdam in 1 month.
Actually, I'm just a year old in data science. I started last year, May 19th. I started with data camp, and I work with MTN Nigeria, and I don't do data science at work, so I only have 8 p.m. to maybe 2 a.m. to work on my poster, and I can't say anything.
So thank you, Ayodele. Through a combination of efforts from the Deep Learning Indaba and the World Summit AI side, he gets a fully sponsored trip to go tell people about his work. Congratulations again.
We also have a best poster prize. Let's. Should we shake hands? Okay. We've got a best poster prize. I'd like Tempest to please come up. Microsoft has been extremely generous to for the second or third year in a row. Second year in a row, sponsored the best poster prize. Some of you might already guess what this is. And it goes to Oh, you might wonder what the prize is, but I think you all know. This is a fully paid trip to Vancouver, Canada, to attend Europe's.
Next, I'm going to invite Shakira on stage to speak about some very special awards.
I'll just use this one. Hi, everyone. Okay, good. So let's do this. So the work of the Indaba is obviously driven by a lot of hard work from several people as a fully volunteer-driven community. So this year we wanted to introduce the Ubuntu Prize. Now the Ubuntu Prize forms in all the thread of the philosophy with which we all build the Indaba together. You will remember, of course, the philosophy of Ubuntu, of Ubuntu, of Ujamaa, of the Jama'ah, which comes in the code of conduct, which you all know very well. But this also talks about how it is that we actually build communities. So I think you've seen already, and we are very happy on the board of the Indaba to give the Ubuntu Prize for services to the African machine learning community, and obviously to the Baobab team. So please let's give them a round of applause. Please come up to the stage. The Baobab team is Avishka Bupchand, Keleab Tezara, Jade Abbott, Amrit Purushottam, Lindani Ricardo Mabasso, Herman Bernard, Jean-Vincent de Cavallo, Ilse Lawrence, Bushlem Tembu, Sitembile Sindroninia, and Siobhan Hall. And they are given the award for the Baobab app that has significantly enhanced the ability of the Indaba to support its communities. And to the team. And so, thank you all. We celebrate your efforts and contributions. You remind us that Ubuntu and love are real principles that lead to transformative change. Thank you. So, of course, this year's theme was Sauti Yetu. And we didn't tell you much about Sauti Yetu because what we wanted was that you would discover this principle of finding our voice throughout the week. And how you did that was through this week, there were more than 60 speakers who you met who all shared with you their voice and helped you understand where it is that you fit within this landscape of machine learning and artificial intelligence and the things that we do as a community. So if you remember, last year our call was Masakane, we build together. This year we are saying Sauti Yetu. You need to do more to raise our voice in African artificial intelligence. So please continue to build more confidence, take more ownership, and build the responsible technology that we will together use, using those principles of Masakane and Ubuntu and Ubuntu to build the new kind of prosperous Africa to which we are all working. Thank you again.
So an event like this cannot be organized by 1 or 2 or 3 people, or even an organizing committee of 28 people. It takes a whole community. So Aldrich and I have a few thank yous which we'd like to acknowledge now.
And my confession is that this is a bit like saying thank you after a wedding. You're always afraid that there's someone you're going to miss. So if we overlook you, please forgive us.
So first to the Indaba X organizers, who in the run-up to the Indaba gathering contributed a lot. Can we give them a round of applause?
In fact, if you were an Indaba X organizer, will you please stand up? Every Indaba X organizer who's here. You are amazing superstars. Then tutors, Tali, James, and the whole tutor team. We've heard such amazing feedback from everyone about how the practicals help forward everyone's journey. Again, thank you so much for all the very, very hard work that you've done. We know it's been long hours, but it's taking us forward. Thank you.
Next. Just another thank you to Avishka and the whole Baobab team for automating one aspect of this conference that has just made all our lives much easier. So thank you again.
We have to say thank you to everyone who helped at the last minute, who jumped on a truck, who carried poster boards, who rallied to organize things, who carried stuff, who's been part of this community through everything this week. Thank you.
To the Kenyatta University team, who we have worked with for very many months leading to this conference and then very intensely during this week. I'm probably going to leave out some of their names, but then just to acknowledge the ones who are on the ground helping us rectify anything that was amiss using the feedback from just everyone. Thank you, Helen, Francis, Lisa, Grace, Harrison, Arthur, Gad, and just everyone from Kenyatta University who's been on hand to make our lives easier.
Next, I'll move to this side of the room. We have to thank our sponsors. There is a whole cohort of companies who believe in the vision of strengthening machine learning in Africa. So again, we want to thank Kenyatta University, DeepMind, Microsoft, the Rockefeller Foundation who sponsored us for the first time, Google, DST in South Africa, Apple has joined us for the first time, Facebook is here for the first time, Africa's Talking, IBM. Thank you, Salesforce, especially for the amazing socks, Comas, InstaDeep. You know, Visa has joined us for the first time, joined this community. Thank you. IDRC from Canada, SIDA from Sweden, Amazon, AI Journal, Netflix has sponsored us for the first time. Carbon, Kaggle as well, Safaricom, Zindi, UCL, Nearmap, Africa Oxford Initiative, Black in AI, our friends there, IntelliPro, Utamar Moja, different publishers and universities, Cambridge University Press, MIT Press, Knowledge for All, especially Davor. Thank you so much. Without you, this would not have happened. You know that. Windsor Hotel and Safari Park Hotel. We'll be going in a few minutes.
So after acknowledging that batch of sponsors, there's an extremely special group. To put together an event like this, there's a lot that goes on in the background, and really a lot would not have been possible without a lot of people pulling invisible strings. In particular, we'd like to acknowledge again Davo and the whole Knowledge for All team, Simon, Kevin, and the wider Exposed team, who we know made loads of sacrifices for us to have this amazing venue that we have. And finally, Tracy and Kevin and the team from Gig, who helped us with the solutions of the payment solution. So thank you again, guys.
I don't know if the team at the back could come to the front of the stage, because you probably can't because you're busy organizing this. Everyone from Expose, I don't know if Simon's here, he's probably setting up the evening party. Expose has been a tremendous partner for this Indaba. There are things that have been fluctuating even at the 11th hour, and they've bent backwards to make this Indaba happen. So the Exposed team, we are extremely grateful for your unwavering support. Everyone at the back, just give a round of applause for everyone at the back.
And we would also like to thank all lecturers and contributors, many of who have facilitated their own transport and accommodation and upkeep during this stay. Thank you for coming and sharing your knowledge and just helping us further strengthen the African ML community.
In fact, very quickly, if you lectured or led a practical or contributed to organizing, will you please stand up? If you spoke at something, we're on a panel. If you're a tutor,
So it takes a village to raise a child, and we have tried very hard to acknowledge our very large village. Thank you again.
So the child is now a toddler that's 3 years old. It's gone through its terrible 2s, now it's in its thunderous 3s. And so I want to say thank you for the organizing committee. I want to call you out all by name, but it's going to take a while. Should we come?
Yeah, let's do it. So
Okay.
there's Ulrich, there's Kathleen.
Where's Miriam?
Maybe everyone can be making their way to the stage as we do this. Mariam, June, Deepali, Victor, Alan, Chris, Rosemary, Miles, Gola, Mary, Betty, Alfred, Richard, Avishka, Vili, I'm like
It's been a long week.
Benji, Daniela, Stefan, Nyaleng, Mudhoni, Karim, Aji, Vukosi, and Shakir.
So this is a team of people that we've had an hour-long meeting with every Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock since the last Indaba finished. Well, actually, we had a few weeks off. Some of the people that you've seen on stage did 16-hour days to make this Indaba happen. In my mind, they're not only superheroes, but they're a fantastic, great group of friends. So local committee, core committee that's spread across the world, on behalf of Kathleen and I, we couldn't ask for a greater team to organize this Indaba and take this mission forward. I'm not going to cry on stage, so thank you so much.
So let Aldrich address the elephant in the room, which is where we're going to have the next Indaba.
Oh, yes. Okay, so so I was about to send you all to the party bus, but there's one more slide. The next Indaba will be ... Okay, so everyone, we're going north to Tunis. And on that note, please do the last things you have to do. Go to Lost and Found. Speak to Elizabeth if you owe anyone money. Make sure you've taken everything. The party buses are at the back somewhere over there. And we're exactly 6:30. Let's get going.
Oh, but really quickly, guys, before we let you go, we'd really appreciate your feedback, just so that Indaba 2020 can be, 10 times better than this. So if you can take a moment to just take a picture of this screen, take note of the link or scan the QR code, give us feedback, let us know what can be made better, what else you'd like to see at the Indaba next year, and then see you next year when we go further up north. And just thank you for everything, guys.